y'all, we are back, you feel me? And today it's real late over here right now. It's like 11 right now. I'm a little tired, but I feel like this is important for me to post. So today what we're gonna be doing is basically a Flexi rod tutorial. So if you watch my previous little hair videos or like little tutorials on how I do my hair, I'm very into like a natural stage right now. So I've been doing a lot of like natural looks with my hair, and I haven't been trying to apply as much heat. Now I know some of y'all might say, well, your hair is straight right now, but you know, every once in a while you gotta bring it out. But I've been straightening my hair probably since like the beginning of summer. So I'm saying like May, you know, like early beginning of summer, like May, June type stuff. So it was a blessing to be able to straighten my hair. I was really fiending to do it. Like, it took me a lot of restraint not to do it. But today I'm gonna be bringing y'all a Flexi rod tutorial, how I do mine. But as it gets older, your hair does get more oily than before when you started. So it's good that it's oily because then the Flexi rod curls, they'll stay longer. The only downfall about Flexi rods is, you know, like if you bring that flat iron down, you know, you flat iron it, your curl gonna stay all day. With Flexi rod, you know, it doesn't stay all day. It may fall later on that day, but it stays in your head for like a long period of the day. So I would say mostly the whole time, like, you're pretty good. So yeah, today, you know, I got a full shirt on today. We not in the sports bra today. But let's get started, you feel me? So first what I do is I honestly just brush all mine back. I don't even start with a part in the front or none of that. I just brush all mine back, pull it up in like a little baby ponytail, and then what I'll do is like kind of take like a big chunk like back here. The thing with the Flexi rods too is that it doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, I don't go off of precise parts when it comes to me using the Flexi rods, because I feel like the Flexi rods, they're so easy to maneuver that you don't really have to do like precise partings. Cause I'll show you guys the end result. It's easy for me to show y'all than talk about it, but tomorrow when I wake up, I'll record the end result and then you guys will be able to see it. And I'll be able to like show you guys how I separate mine, like maybe how I go through mine after. But you know, you want a pretty good little part. One mistake I did make though is that I use like the tiny, like the smaller ones like this. You see, they're not that big. I use a smaller one like this for like the bottom half of my hair. Now I feel like that was a mistake, you know, because, you know, I had the grandma curls on my neck. The grandma curls wasn't hitting them curls all the way up here. And, you know, I got some inches back there, so I want my hair to look as long as possible on the back. So one thing I am going to change about this time that I didn't do with the last time I did it is that I'm going to use the smaller ones mostly like in this front area, and the bigger ones mostly in the back. I'll be using these blue ones, the ones I just showed you, and a darker blue one for the bigger ones. If it doesn't work though, like I do have my struggles with it where sometimes it doesn't work, you may have to like go down in the size. So if I do struggle a little bit with like putting the bigger ones in on the bottom, I will transition to this size, which is a little smaller. But that's mostly what we'll be doing today, y'all. So you're gonna start with your part, and I make it real simple. I try and just split it. And as you can see, like I still have like a curl right here. I don't know if you guys can, that's still from the Flexi rod that I did like 2 days ago. Tougher with the smaller one. One tip I'll get about if you do use the smaller ones, try not to start the smaller one like close to the end. Try to start the smaller one like close to the middle, because as you roll up it goes up towards the middle, so it's easier if you start them like towards the middle. But for the most part, it'll make it easier for you if you use the green ones at this bottom part, because if you're sleeping on them, it will be hard to sleep on them with that. But with that being said, you guys pretty much understand where I'm going with this. I will also say too, if you're doing this, like, make sure, some people use stuff on their hair, like they'll use products to like set in the flexi rod, but I feel like that depends on the state that your hair is in. So being that mine is straight right now, I really don't want to add water to it, because honestly my hair will just curl up if I add any water or any product to my hair right now. It'll just curl up. So I honestly just let my hair be in its natural state. If I do oil, the most I'll oil is my scalp, because the scalp is the main important thing when it comes to oiling, because you don't want your scalp dry or to get itchy. With that, you know, I'll just be quiet and let y'all watch me do this thing. I might struggle a little bit, but that's what it's all about, you know? So I'm gonna just be quiet now and let y'all go ahead and peep. Okay. So now since I got most of my head done, I'm basically tell y'all what I put in my head. So I put the 2 green ones, like the medium size, but I put the green ones in the back. I put the blue ones in the middle of my head, like in that middle portion. And then right smack in the middle on the top of my head, I put another green one there. So as you can see, like already by watching my video, you can tell that I don't use like proper sectioning or anything. I just let my hair do what it do, because if I use proper sectioning, no, it'll take me all night. I don't have time for it. I'm not here for it. But you do get better as you go. So that's one thing I will say. You do get better as you go. That's why I'm okay with showing you guys the side, because they're not as easy as they look. Like, you do have to pick up a technique. You have to learn how to use them. First time I did them, I didn't know that you had to roll them on the ends. Like, I just didn't know. Like, I just was rolling in my hair. I was like, okay, well, I guess this is how you do it. But they do come out better if you roll them on the ends. But depending on how you roll, like if you roll it on the side of the flexi rod, like if you actually roll your actual hair around it, it depends on the actual hairstyle you are going for. So I actually just wanted to take that break and like explain that to you guys. But with my bangs, I kind of just leave that front portion out. You can see I pretty much just leave that front portion out, And then I'll start going like this. I'll just take little chunks, move it over. Now I'm gonna go in and add the blue ones. And the trick about like this front part of your hair, like the bang section of your hair, make sure you guys are combing your hair out too as you put them in. But trick about this front area is that you wanna put them going back. So you don't wanna put them like coming here because then it won't come out how you want it. So you want to put the bang going back. And for me, I'm all here for the feather and for the bangs. So that's just a trick I'm gonna tell you on the bangs. But that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet again. Part 2, be quiet. Y'all can see me finish this on up. What is happening right now? You can't expect to get every hair in you. That you can see, like I still have some flyaways around my head. Like you can't get every single hair in there. But in the end, you'll finish, baby girl. So with that being said, I'm done. All I'm gonna do with this is just put a little scarf on it. Wake up in the morning when it's time to go. Boom. I'll show y'all that process in the morning. But for now, peace, because I'm about to go night-night. All right, we back at it. The kid is running late, so I'm about to take these out as fast as I can. Just like I put them in, I'm gonna roll them out. It's early, y'all. I can't. Boom, y'all see that though? Just wait. But actually, let's do the back first. That's smarter. That's the bottom, the back part. The middle of my scalp be itching now. Boom. So you end up coming out with this, but I'm gonna play with it, you know, make it look right. One thing you do have to watch out for though is making sure you don't comb out the curl. So this is what we got after. Alright, so you'll see how I got this. I usually leave that stuff like that alone. But I'll go through like on the bottom, comb it out a little bit. Don't comb out the area too many times though. And then on the top, I usually just like to get the edges. I mean, not the edges, the root. Don't mess with the curl, but get the root. But other than that, that's really it. You see you got the curl going in there like that. That's it, my good people.